So what we're going to do here, we are going to measure a mole of some things. Okay. So you guys are basically going to have some stuff around your house that you're going to measure a mole of. But in order to do this, you're going to have to measure its mass. So we're going to need a little balance here. So the way this works, first off, take off your pencil. Take your pencil. Okay. And put a little mark on it. Okay. Just a little line somewhere on it. And we're going to use that line as a reference point. Okay. So just make a little line on your pencil somewhere. And set your pencil on your table and go ahead and tape it down so it doesn't move. Make sure that line is up so you can see it. Okay, so you got the line up here. So this is the fulcrum for our balance. Okay. And we're going to take our little ruler or paint stick or whatever, and we're going to just set it on the pencil so that it balances perfectly on the pencil and it's not actually touching your table. Okay. Kind of like that. And just like the balance we have in class, basically once, it's balanced, we can put weight on one end and then we can put like weights that we actually know on the other end to see how much things weigh. Okay. So the two ends are going to be equal as long as it's actually balanced here. Now, since things are going to fall off pretty easily, that's where the cups come in. So just go ahead and we're going to put the cups on the two ends and we're just going to tape them down just so they don't move. Okay, so I'm going to just go ahead and tape the cups to the two ends. It doesn't really matter what size cups you use as long as it fits what you're putting in and that the two sizes are the same size. So yeah, you just tape your cups down there and go ahead and find the sweet spot when it's empty so that it's perfectly balanced. This might take a little bit of time here, but once you get it, this is where that little reference line comes into play. So, you basically have a ruler here, and you want to basically know where on the ruler that line falls when it is perfectly balanced. So, right now, on my ruler, this line lands, this is the 6-inch mark right here. I know it's kind of hard to see on the camera, but you guys gotta, you have your own ruler. It's going to line up somewhere along there. It's probably around the 6-inch mark because that's about the middle of the ruler. But pay attention to exactly where it lines up on that ruler, because if you accidentally bump it while you're putting things in there, you want to know like where it is going to be balanced. Okay. So you got your baggie of weights here. This is the pennies and nickels and BBs and stuff. And inside here's a card that tells you what everything weighs. Okay, so the red BBs each weigh 0.1 grams. The white BBs each weigh 0.2 grams. The pennies in here each weigh 2.5. And the nickels each weigh 5.0, so 5 grams a piece. Okay, so I do know what the weights of everything are in here. And if I actually like throw one of these in there, you will notice this actually shifted. Okay, so that's why I want to pay attention to like where it lines up there, because as soon as you start putting things in there, it's probably going to shift. And so once you know where it is actually balanced, you can just shift it back so it's right on that spot. Okay, and you don't actually have to like because it's not going to rebalance since there's something in there. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm going to do a mole of iron here. Okay, and you're going to do a mole of something you have around your house. I happen to have some iron nails here. Okay, I know they're iron because they're kind of rusty. Nails can be iron or zinc or even aluminum. Okay, but these ones are iron. So iron, I look up its molar mass, and iron's molar mass is 55.845 grams. Okay, so that means I need 55.845 grams of iron to have a mole. So I've already got a nickel in here. So nickel is 5 grams. I'm just going to add weight until I get to 55.8 grams. I'm not going to be able to get the 0.4045 because these don't go that far. There's only one decimal place for these. So 5 grams, 10 grams, 15, 25 grams, 30 grams, 35 grams, 40 grams, 45 grams. I'm kind of low on nickels here, so I'm going to switch to pennies. Each penny's 2.5, so I'm at 45, 47.5. 50. Oops, I bumped it. 50. 52 and a half. 55 grams. Okay. So I'm at 55. I want 55.8. Each of these white ones is 0.2. So 55.2, 0.4, 0.6, and 0.8. Okay. So there's now 55.8 grams in this side of the cup. And I'm going to double check that it is lined up so that it's going to be balanced. Good. And now I'm just going to start adding iron to the other side. I'm going to start adding some nails there until it's perfectly balanced. And then I'll know that's how much iron I have. Okay. So I'm going to add nails. Shift it a little. Let me fix that. Okay. All right. So if I add this last nail, that's too much. And if I take this nail away, it's too little. Okay, so this nail is probably a couple of grams. And so adding it, I'm actually a couple of grams too much, but I might be about a gram too short here. Okay, so what I can do is I can actually figure out how short I am by, I'm just going to actually add it. Each of these was, they weigh like, 6 or 7 grams a piece. So that's too much, but what I'm going to do, I know it's 55 point. I'm just going to keep adding weights until I actually get it perfectly balanced so I know what's in there. Okay. So point, that's 56, 56.2, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8, 57, 57.4, 5, 0.7. Okay. So I wasn't able to get 55.8, but I was able to get 57 grams, which is pretty close. Okay. So I'm not saying you guys have to. I'm just trying to get a mole, but I understand it might be hard. Okay. And just know how much I actually do have. So I have about a mole in this. That's the purpose of the activity. I want you to see how much a mole is and different things are. Okay. What you're gonna do, what you're turning in, you're just gonna take a picture of this, and then like you can attach that, or you can just put it in the comments. But just tell me, oh, this is iron. It's 24 grams. I was able to get 57.7 grams. So close enough. Okay. Do that for 3 different substances. Okay, a mole is enough. If you can't find a whole mole of something, I'd be okay with you doing a half. The point is like to understand just how much a mole is. So if you're like, wow, that's not that in the house, well, then do a half a mole then, right? So some people left, you could do some nails, that's iron. Maybe some iron filings or ball bearings, aluminum. There's also aluminum nails. If you have any lead fishing weights lying around, that's or if you have like a shotgun, you might have some lead shot. Okay, charcoal, carbon. So if you have any like charcoal briquettes, there you got some carbon there. You also have pencil lead. Okay, those are actually graphite, which is also pure carbon. For wire is copper. Just make sure it's bare, it doesn't have the sheathing on it. Copper bees, copper pennies. You're gonna have to be careful about because not all pennies are actually made up. They stopped making copper pennies in 1982. So anything newer than 1982 is actually a penny made out of zinc. And they make the penny out of zinc, and then they just coat it with a very thin coat of copper. So it looks like it's made out of copper, but it's not actually copper. It's like 95% zinc. So anything before 1982, like between like World War II and 1982, there's like 40 or 50 years there, they did make them out of pure copper. So you do have pure copper pennies out there that you could use for copper. But they just have to be the right years. Okay? So those are some examples of elements. Compounds. Sand, glass is silicon dioxide, SiO2. Soda is NaHCO3. Salt is NaCl. Water is H2O. Rubbing alcohol is isopropanol. It's like C3H6 or something like that. Oh, something. I can't actually remember the formula off the top of my head, but you can just Google isopropanol. I'll tell you. Nail polish remover is made out of acetone. It's like 90% acetone. It's close enough to being pure acetone, honestly. Just Google acetone's formula. Road salt is usually either sodium chloride or magnesium chloride or calcium chloride or something like that. It usually says right on the brand. So there's some options here. Okay, basically anything you have in your house that you figure out the formula of, then you can go ahead and measure and find a mole of. Okay, or half. I'm going to caution you on sugar. Sugar's on that list, but I am going to caution you because it is a lot of sugar. A mole of sugar is like 342 grams, and so that is a lot of sugar. If you're going to do sugar, you might want to do half a mole or even a quarter of a mole. All right, because it is a lot of sugar. A mole is. Sugar is a big molecule is the problem. So it's a lot of sugar. All right. But yeah, 3 different substances. Take pictures of them. Tell me what you did and what the molar mass is. And that's the lab. So you guys have any questions? All right, then I'll see you guys later. So let me know if you do. Email me.